Alright. So look at this shit, okay? More lockdown rules for people in Connecticut, right? Okay, so Ned Lambton. Lamont. Ned Lamont, okay? Because you're gonna lament over his new rule, okay? So basically, good luck enjoying Thanksgiving this Thanksgiving, okay? 10 people. Private gatherings, both indoor and outdoor, will now be limited to 10 people beginning Friday. Okay? Now, I want to save the idea of how that's going to be enforced for last, okay? But I just want to discuss the numbers. And I think it's whenever I see a new article on this, I always want to look at the numbers that they give us, right? These are the numbers that are supposed to scare us into saying, oh, I agree with this new edict for our new Supreme Lord and Savior, Ned Lamont. Lord, Saint, and Savior Lord Ned, the numbers he provides us is 1,175 new cases Thursday. Okay? So in one day, 1,000 people got or have been tested, right? So obviously there's more. Okay? So now the total, I'm assuming it's an accumulation from since March, right? Since we started counting or whatever. I wonder if they subtracted the deaths, right? Like, is this how many people have it right now and are walking around? Is this what the number is telling us, or is it like everyone also who's died and got it? That's an interesting number. Okay, and 11 people died. Now, I don't believe in referring to a death from a disease as a fatality. To me, a fatality is like a really bad car accident where the coroner had trouble deciding if it was even a guy or a girl. That's what I would refer to as a fatality. Even a car crash, a fatal car crash, I would not use the word fatality. Fatality is like, like Mortal Kombat right there in real life. So, yeah, I mean, some car accidents are brutal, but I still wouldn't call them. Just because they're lethal doesn't mean it's a fatality. That's the point I'm trying to illustrate. So 11 people died. Okay, and the total death toll is 4,656. Okay, so 4,000 people died. I'm assuming since March, right? I mean that's when they started counting it. 4,656 people died from corona since March. Okay, now look at this. The Connecticut population is 3 million. Now, hold on. I just want to check if he's the governor. I'm sorry. Was I saying mayor? That's probably where I got confused for a second. I assumed he was mayor, and I was like, should I be searching up the state or the city he's working in, right? Because if he's a mayor, it would be a city. But he's a governor, okay? So, Saint Governor Ned Lamont. 3,563,080 people live in Connecticut, right? I'm bad with numbers if I pronounce that wrong. Okay, so that's how many people we have in Connecticut. And since March, 5,000 people. I'm being generous, right? Because you never know. Maybe other people died and they didn't count those. I think they're undercutting how many people died to it. So 4,000 people died. Okay, let's just take out our calculator. I was really good at calculus. I got a 4 on the test. So let's just do a little calculus. The area under the curve, right? So 4,656 divided by, what was the number? 3 million? Is that really 3 million? Holy shit. Fuck, I'm just gonna say 4 million. 3,500,000. Fuck it, who cares? Really? It seems like a lot. It's just hard to imagine 3 million people. I mean, obviously, whatever. It's the whole entire state, but. Okay. So I'm being generous. I'm cutting it down, okay? Point 0.013%. Right? So if we learned in algebra, you just move the decimal 1, 2, and that's how you get your percent. So literally less than 1% people have of the total population have died. But guess what? Go fuck yourself. You can't enjoy Thanksgiving, okay? Really? Less than 1%. Using the numbers that they give us. These are the numbers that they're using to make us afraid and make us believe in what they're saying, okay? And I always read these articles and I always look at the numbers and it's always the same thing. The numbers they're just underwhelming. Really? Okay, so look, 11 people died on Thursday. The funny thing is, look, right? They don't say due to corona. I mean, I guess you would assume due to corona. The whole article is because of corona. But look, there were 11 additional fatalities to. Forget it. I mean, obviously they're talking about corona. There's no. I mean, you would have to just be reaching for like thin threads to say that they're not referring to that. Okay. So, look, 11 people. Let's say 11 people died every day. Every single day, 11 people died to corona. Oh no. Look. Less than the number that's already there. Whoa. And guess what? Right? Let's make it 20 people dying every day. That's scary. That could be your uncle or your neighbor. So 20 people dying every day. 365 days a year. Oh my god, 7,300 people dying every year to corona. I'm surprised we didn't have these searches even before corona, you know? 7,000 people a year? Jesus. Oof. And those are the ones that we counted. Imagine the people we didn't count towards corona. So, less than 1%, and you cannot enjoy Thanksgiving with your family. Now, I don't want to make this a video. I don't want to make this video bigger than it should be, but this not only control, but like this division of the family. Like honestly, like with technology, you know, everyone's on their phone. Even the old people, you know, they want to shit on the kids being on their phone all the time. But it's also the old people. Everyone's on their phone. Everyone's just ignoring each other. Everyone's on Instagram or whatever the hell these kids have. Even the adults too, and honestly, adults shouldn't be on TikTok. Again, that's not a topic. But just like the breakdown of the family, everything is just to separate everyone. Right? Now I'm gonna end this on a interesting note. So, the biggest question of instituting a new law, and the biggest question is, besides like what's the punishment, which he doesn't say here. Right? He doesn't say what's the... Hold on. He doesn't say the punishment. He just says the positivity rate. Yeah. Wow, highest mark. 3.7 is the highest mark. Wow, I'm afraid. So, and something else that's interesting. I'm a lurker. I don't really comment a lot. I try not to because it's just a waste of time. But even when you look at comments of people who are in support of the lockdowns, the numbers they provide, what I do is I literally put the numbers they give and I divide it, and then you'll see the numbers that they give is less than 1%, or like at least 1%. And then I'm generous with that, and it'll be like 1.5%. So imagine changing your whole life. Imagine going bankrupt. This is what I'm seeing around me, and I don't go out much. People going bankrupt, people losing jobs, to lockdowns, to a disease that doesn't kill. Okay? You can just I've posted a link to the CDC to another commenter. I say commenter, to show that no one's dying. Okay? Another thing. I've already written a whole article on it, if you're interested. And it's still not really even outdated. I mean, I've used the numbers on that date, and honestly, as I expected, it didn't really change. It doesn't invalidate anything I said. So I just want to end this on a note, right? So the punishment, he doesn't say what the punishment is. A fine? Are you going to jail? Okay? But the other interesting part, how will it be enforced? How will you enforce this rule where you can, in a private property, in your own private residential structure, right? You pay taxes, you pay property taxes, you pay income taxes, you pay to live there, you pay to, you pay everything. And they are restricting how many people you can have on your own private property. How are they going to enforce this? Okay. Snitches, right? People who don't have families, people who have nothing better to do. Maybe because of Corona, ironically, but just people who are miserable, and also the naive people who really do believe that it's dangerous, right? Because there's also those people. But if you are one of those people who believe it's dangerous, I think it should. Let's assume it's dangerous, and you see your neighbors are gathering. They just want to enjoy this Thanksgiving. Are you really making their? If they die tomorrow, maybe that would be the happiest day of their life, and you just took that away from them. Wouldn't it be like the best way to die with your family? Obviously, they wouldn't die that day. They would die in 2 weeks. But I mean, you're really depriving them of gathering with their family, and to really snitch on them because you believe they'll die. I mean, that's their choice to make. If they really believe that, if you really believe that they will die from gathering, then that's their choice to make, and I think you should really respect that. Especially if you believe, I mean, they're all consenting adults, right? I don't want to get to that. So how are they gonna enforce it? I'm gonna just show you a picture and you'll get the idea.